Hello friends, welcome to another edition of Magic Mondays, where we examine historic brawl decks that are hopefully a little off the mainstream beaten path. The road less traveled, as it were. Today, I'm going to highlight this deck that I have called G4, which stands for Go-Go Gadget Golems. It is a golem token deck because I like tribal decks. Um, Also worth noting, today is going to be the first episode where I think I am going to try to put in music instead of me talking during games, and we'll see how that goes. Let's check it out, see if I like it, see if you guys like it. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. So, the quick tour of this deck is we have Vexyr, Ich-Tekik's Heir. I know it's Air, but I like saying Hair. As our commander. It's a legendary Phyrexian Artificer. Whenever you seek one or more cards, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem token creature. Golems you control have vigilance. So, very simple. Seek a card, make a golem. So, as you might expect, we have lots of seek cards, including Norn's Disassembly, which in a pinch can be used on the golems that we create because it just regenerates them if we need to get some more historic cards. So, real quick here, we've got some removal like Swallow Whole, we have Ossification, we have Seal Away, we have some neutering cards like Frogify, Witness Protection, and then we have a bunch of stuff like Incubation Sac to make some more golems. Gingerbrute is actually a golem, so I put in some real golems as well. Soul Stealer X because Seek. Intangible Virtue because we make a lot of creature tokens when it works well. Rally the Ranks because it's a tribal deck. We choose golems. Why not? Some changelings like Masked Vandal. If we need to remove something, we can make that happen. Mask of the Jade Crafter will make us another golem token, and we can unearth it. It's also a really good card to sacrifice to Norn's Disassembly because we can unearth it and do it twice. Innovative Metatect. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, seek a non-land card with mana value 2 or less. Very useful in a deck based on seeking. Double Major, so we can make a copy. What are we making copies of? Well, we'll get onto that in a minute. But we have several cards in here to make copies. One option is Metallic Mimic, so that they can enter with more 1/1 counters on it. Another good option, not Blade Splicer, but Blade Splicer is nice in this deck. Another good option for things to copy include this Trove Mage, so that we can do more seeking. We can also copy Bloodline Pretender if we really wanted to, or even something like Urza's Construction Drone, Master Splicer, so that they get bigger. So there's lots of options and things to copy, and there's lots of ways to copy it, including Vile Duplication, and Spark Double, and Undercut of our Operative. So we're making some copies, but let's go back up here. So we got our normal, we don't have as many mana rocks in this, and I might change it up. I might also put some additional draw power in here, but I decided against it initially because the focus is on seeking, and ideally we're seeking so much that we don't really need the draw power. But we got a couple of mana rocks. We have a Soulless Jailer to prevent that pesky graveyard manipulation stuff that some decks do. The Blade Splicer I already showed you to give them first strike. We got some more removal in Borrowed Time and Vanishing Light. Radiant Destiny to pump them up a bit more. Bounty of the Deep, we can actually seek twice. Or not, sorry, this I was thinking of Choice of Fortunes, we can seek twice. Bounty of the Deep, we can seek a land or 2 non-lands. Trove Mage, as I showed you, seek an artifact from the top 10. Realm Walker, so it's a changeling, so it can count as a golem, and it also helps us cast stuff from the top. Settle the Wilds, another seek card. So you sense the theme here. This guy here, Melkatar Purity Overseer, create a golem token when it comes into play, and at the beginning of your end step, if 3 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control this turn, create another one. That is potentially very handy, especially when we get into cards such as Anointed Procession and Parallel Lives. It's the same card in different colors. If an effect would create one or more tokens, it creates twice that many instead. Same card, different colors. So they're both in here because we're hopefully making a lot of Golem tokens. We got Kindred Denial for a counterspell and also a Seek. So Obsessive Collector, Seek, it's a flyer that will Seek when it deals combat damage. Pretty nice. Down here we've got Reflections of Lichara to choose a creature type, and then they copy that spell when I cast it, so all my golems, we can double up on them. We have another copier here in Morit of the Frost. Forsaken Monument, because of course we got to put Forsaken Monument in an artifact creature deck. Karn Legacy Reforged, because he's a golem, and also the extra mana that you get to spend on artifacts. And then we have a little bit of stuff here at the end, seeking some stuff. River's Rebuke, because it's stupid powerful, and a lot of players, including myself, will quit if that card just gets played. Cradle Clear Cutter is a golem, but also adds some mana, so we can get out some more expensive stuff. Meteor Golem, because of course. And Verdant Rejuvenation, where we can seek a bunch of stuff and put them into play. So that's basically the deck, with a bunch of cool lands, like some gates that help us seek, some gates that help us seek, some gates that help us seek, and this really expensive forest that will destroy stuff. And then a bunch of multicolored lands, and this other one where we can search, not seek. But that's the tour of the deck. Very straightforward. Oh, I actually did skip. We do have Urza to give artifact creatures a 2/2 bump. So I did a couple of test games earlier with this deck, and one of the games I ended up having 9 or 10 7/7 golem tokens with vigilance. When it works, it works. So we're going to stop it here. We're going to play some games. I'm going to shut up and put on some music. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, let me know if you like it with the music or if you'd rather me kind of talk you through the games. I kind of don't want to do both because it's just, as one of my comments said earlier, the earlier video, Magic is a kind of a noisy game. You know, there's usually talking and there's sound effects and all this stuff. So I'm actually going to possibly mute the Magic channel altogether and just have music, or I might just lower the volume a lot. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to check it out myself and see what I think once I go and edit this video. But I'm really curious if you guys prefer the music or if you prefer me walking you through the game as we go. Let me know. And yeah, that's it for the intro. This is the G4 deck, and I hope it goes well for the purposes of this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.